Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another video for you today. Today we're going to do kind of a combo. It's been another month. You guys like these monthly EDC updates. I'm going to do it a little bit different because the knives haven't changed a whole lot from what I was carrying a lot last month. The new stuff isn't out yet. The stuff that was shown at SHOT Show and everything, I don't have a whole lot of new stuff in. A couple little changes in the knife department, so I will show those. So it's a half EDC update, half just pocket dump, because I did make a lot of changes and other little stuff that I carry. Some of it is working out, some of it may go away. So let's just get started. This is just the stuff that I usually have on me almost every day. We'll start out with my keys, which are, I admit, getting out of hand. I tried to do something different. I got this at where did I get it? I don't even remember. Some big box store. I can't remember where I grabbed. Oh, I got it at Home Depot. And it's just like a carabiner with 3 key rings on it. Thought maybe that would help organize things better. I'll put my car keys on here. I have a Volkswagen key also, but my wife's driving that car today, so I don't have it. We used to have 2 keys for that car, and then some idiot whose name rhymes with Fryan put it through the wash, so we only have 1. So it goes on and off these little, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but these little locking micro lock carabiners from S-Beaners, I guess they're called. I get them at REI. They're freaking awesome. They come in a million different sizes, but I like these little tiny ones. I've got a bunch of them floating around. And then I put my house keys and stuff on the middle. It's my Key Smart thing that I'm also, this is something that might go away. It frustrates me more than it helps. It doesn't really, every time I want to get a key out, I have to fumble around, and especially being winter with gloves on. Hopefully the winter's almost over, but it's just a kind of, I'm not as big a fan as I thought I would be. As you can see, one of the keys kind of moves around there a little bit. That's key to my grandfather's house. He's long since passed away and doesn't own that house anymore, but he had an old-timey key, and this is just something I carry for sentimental value. New thing I did add that I do actually like a lot, these are sold on Amazon from Wazoo. I didn't look at the dimensions when I got it. I originally got it to use as a drop clip for my Benchmade proper, so I could clip it to my pocket and let it hang, or on a Swiss Army knife or something like that. They're a little big for that, but it is an awesome bottle opener, and I do still use it as a clip to clip my gigantic keys outside of my pants, just hanging on my pocket. These are pretty cool, and they're like 11 bucks for a pair of them. They're titanium. They come in 2 colors. This is kind of the slightly bluish one. I don't know if the camera's even gonna pick that up. A little bit of blue in there, and then they have one that's just much more just pure bronze. Other than that, no new additions to the keys. I still got the Nightcore Light, Leatherman Squirt, and Boba Fett. Boba Fett may be changing, though. You may get a new character. Boba Fett's getting pretty beat up. So there's either going to be a new Boba Fett, or I have a Vegeta laying around, and a Flash. So it's going to be probably Vegeta or the Flash the next time you look at my keys, if you ever do. But let's get into it. I did make a few changes, and this is my EDC pack. It's a Maxpedition micro size, I believe. And this is just something that I don't always have in my pocket, but I usually just throw it in the car. I made quite a few changes in this department. I added a notebook because I usually used to write everything in my phone, and then now when I do the show, I hand write out my notes. It's just easier because I record on my phone, so I can't look at my notes on my phone and look at my paper notes. So and look at my notes on my phone, so I wrote paper notes, and I got kind of more into just jotting stuff down. And I'm a comedian, and I like to write down joke ideas and stuff. When it hits you, you just got to write it down, whether it winds up being good or not. If anyone ever read my joke notebook, you'd think I was a psychopath, because it's just little short phrases that only mean something to me, and everyone else it looks like the ramblings of a lunatic, which it may very well be. But most of this stuff I've covered before. The only changes I made is I'd forgotten how much I love these, and I found one in the bottom of a drawer, and I kind of went a bit nuts. These are Zebra brand. This is a F301 pen. This is the 1.6 millimeter one. I like the fatter ones sometimes. And then I added a mechanical pencil, because sometimes you do want to be able to erase things that you said. Somewhere down in here there is an eraser. I got some eraser blocks, and I cut a chunk off, and somewhere floating down there is an eraser. I'm not going to pull it out, but I love the Zebra stuff so much so we're going to veer off the pack a little bit. This is a pen I've been carrying a whole lot. I mostly carry a Boker 50 cal. It's in my pocket right now. This is the pen I carry the most, Boker 50 cal micarta, which I need to get off my butt and do a review on. I love this pen, and it's got a space pen cartridge in it. It's a space pen, Jerry. But another pen I've been carrying a whole lot. This is also a Zebra. This is the F701. And what I love about all these pens is they're metal. You can get refills for them. And the pens and the pencils, these two, the F301s, are something like $6 for two. And this pen was $8. And for $8, this pen is really, really, really nice. I did steal the only way I could find it was in the very fine tip. I like the more thicker gel tippy kind of one. So I did swap the fill out from one of these, I think probably from this one, into this. So it's got the thicker 0.7 mil instead of the 0.5 millimeter. I think I'm getting that right. But really cool pen for $8. Highly recommend it. Definitely not like a tactical pen, but it is metal. You know, you could give somebody a poke with that and it would hurt pretty good. I really, really like these. Highly recommend them. I also switched out the knife that was in here. Before I had a S30V Kershaw Blur. Took it out for two reasons. One, because I mostly wanted it for winter stuff because they had the grippy on it. It's really good to use with gloves. It's getting a little warmer, so I didn't need that anymore. And also, this pack's getting pretty full, so I needed to put something smaller in there. This is like the backup to the backup, but I put in my R2-D2 in the Desert Tan. It resides in here now. I have another R2-D2 that I carry a lot, Ontario Knives, Rat Model 2 in D2 steel, if you want the official name. I've got the carbon fiber one, and if I'm going to carry it in my pocket, that's usually the one I carry. And this one was just kind of sitting around. But never a bad idea to have a chunk of D2 steel with you. So I use that. Everything else is pretty much the same. I've got the stream lights. These things are awesome and they're cheap. I really, really like this light. Nail clippers, tweezers, scissors, Leatherin, I don't remember which one that is. It's not a particularly great one, but it's fine to have in here. Duct tape, you know, comb, that kind of stuff. The comb is more optimistic than anything. My hair is so short and so thin now that the comb is kind of redundant, but I have it just in case. We'll close out quickly with the knives because not a whole lot has changed. I always pick the top 5. I do keep track every day of what I carry and how often I carry it. So these are statistically accurate. And this is just from the last month, from the last time. And the last time I recorded these videos was on the 13th, and it's the 13th again, so I'm doing it again. 2 that repeated are, of course, my Chris Reeve Sabenza. Repeats mostly. It's probably always going to be in these videos because I'm trying to wear it out enough that I feel okay to send it back for the spa treatment because I really want to see what that's like. I'm so far failing at that. Not because I don't carry it a lot, but because it's just tough as hell and it's just not really getting that messed up. So it's still working great. It's got a few scratches on it initially and then it's kind of stopped doing that. So I do still love it. It's still a great knife. I don't carry it only. I would carry it anyway. I don't carry it only because I'm trying to wear it out, but that's part of the reason why it's in there a whole lot. Another repeat, one that I thought was maybe an infatuation last month, but it's still here. WE Ignition. The 715 Ignition. I freaking love this thing, and I still carry it all the time. When I have to reach for something that I can just kind of do anything with, and yeah, I wish it wasn't blue, but I don't mind it too much because it carries on this side, so what's sticking out is mostly titanium. So, but I do kind of wish I'd have got the black one, but I got a wicked good deal on this, and it's just, I love it. It's just a great knife. It's fun enough to fidget with. I wouldn't call it quite a fidget toy, but it's fun enough. It's a WE on ball bearings. It still flips and stuff, and just keeps sneaking its way in. Another one that snuck its way back into my heart, mostly because I did the video a while ago of the 3-month ownership update, and I just fell in love with it all over again. The Spyderco Shaman. This has been my favorite heavy-duty knife of the last month. When I really have something to do, this is the one I reach for. I still think it's overpriced, but again, as I said in the long-term review of this, it is overpriced, I think, but maybe they got it right, because when I look at stuff to replace it in the same price range, I can't pick anything else I want more. So I guess maybe maybe they did get it. I wish it was a little bit better steel. It's if it was, you know, M390 or S35 or something, it would be even more worth that price. But I still think it's overpriced, but I still love it because I didn't pay the overprice for it. I paid 150. Now they're 183 or something like that. So another new one that just snuck in. Well, it didn't sneak in. This is just I alternate my modern traditionals. And this one just barely had a couple more carries than my proper. The Lion Steel Roundhead. I love this thing. It's just pretty. If I'm just going to drop a knife in the bottom of my pocket, I find I like this a little bit better than the proper in long-term use. And the proper, I do have a drop clip on it now, so if I want to clip it to my pants so I can pull it out of my pocket easy, it's good. But Lion Steel Roundhead, you guys know I love this thing. You've seen it. That's not a big surprise. One that I thought was an overhyped knife until I got my hands on it, and the review was very kind with the design but not kind with the materials, but I still find carrying almost every single day since I got it, it's been on my person somewhere, is the CRKT Pilar. I just love the design of it more and more every day. The ergonomics are just so great. It's only 8CR13 running on Teflon bushings. I've looked at ordering, you can get, there's a, I can't remember the site name off the top of my head now, but there is a site you can buy replacement, you know, bronze bushings for it. I'm probably going to do that. The 8CR13 is, you have to sharpen it a bit, but it gets really, really sharp. Really, really easily. And I have had to sharpen this, I've had it now for, I don't know, not that long, a couple weeks, but I've been carrying a whole lot. I've had to touch it up a couple times in that amount of time, which is not surprising for 8CR, but it does touch up very nicely. It's razor sharp right now, and I just love this thing. I just love the ergonomics so much. It's heavy, and it needs better parts, but I've even thought about getting custom scales for it. I just asked somebody if he made them, what guy I like that makes scales. I asked if he makes them, and yeah, I may modify this at some point because I like it that much. But the 8CR I can deal with for a knife like this. This isn't a big knife. It is a thick, heavy-duty blade, but it's so small. You're not going to be doing ridiculously heavy-duty stuff with it. So the 8CR I can live with. I'm getting to hate 8CR less and less every day, especially when it's done right. And this one seems to be done pretty well. The edge retention is okay. It's not terrible, but it's okay. Anyway, yeah, that's the last one. I love this Pilar, and you're probably going to see a whole lot of it on this channel. It's just a cool little knife that doesn't realize it's little, and I love that about it. So that is my update. I don't want to keep you guys around too long because there wasn't a whole lot of changes, but you guys seem to like them, and I want to keep them monthly so that I remember to do them. If I don't do them monthly, I'm going to forget. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.